Hello and welcome. Are you too having condensation issues with your headlights? Today I will be investigating one of my headlights to see if there's a quick and easy way to dry it out and remove the condensation. So, this headlight is all fogged up. Not just moisture, but proper droplets forming and running on the inside from top to bottom. So this has to be dealt with. Let's go! So, there's 12 in total. No, there's 14. Alright, the wheel arch liner is off and we have at least some access to the headlight. To get the wheel arch liner off, you first have to remove this trim piece, and that actually is a bit harder than I remembered. There are these expanding plastic rivets that can be reused where there's metal, and on this part of the front bumper, which is made of plastic, there are two different kinds of locking tabs. These can be pushed down with a very thin plastic pry tool. Take care not to break this one. I did that last time I took it off because I started with this one too early. But this one has got to be the last one you extract upwards. Okay, I've had a look around and now we have access to the headlight from the rear and underside. The only culprit so far that I've found is this rubber piece that might be a vent. Looks like it's designed to allow water to go down here and drip out, or at least moisture. There's really limited access and sight so far, but I can't see any underside drainage ports on the headlight. So what I've decided to do is to remove this rubber piece and inspect it, and also to do a bit of cleaning here and then open up these 3 T20 screws to see if that will allow the headlight to dry out overnight. Surfacing the headlight from this position is definitely not what's intended. Okay, so what do we find behind this cover? This is a fan, and it is protected by a nice rubber grommet, 3 or 4 flanges, I think. This looks very waterproof to me. The rubber is, of course, still soft after only 5 years. This, however, the aeration, or what do you call it? It has a filter here, particle filter, but the fit was really bad and it was super easy to extract, almost fell out, and also it's dry and dusty on the portion of it where it should seal. So that to me implies that this is a very possible water ingress point. Alright, I've tested the fan and found it to be working just fine. Upon closer inspection of this part, I found that there's a deformation in the outer flange. So that might explain the leak. I still think that the fit of this part is not perfect. so I guess that concludes day one. We've gained access to the rear of the headlight, opened up a port about this big to allow for some aeration through the night, and hopefully this will be much drier by tomorrow morning. I've also mounted my 1 kilowatt fan professionally over there to blow some hot air on the rear of the headlight. Yay! Success! By the morning all condensation was gone, and luckily there's no traces of the water droplets on the inside. I've seen that earlier and I was a bit afraid that was going to happen, but luckily no. So now it's time to put it back together. Before reinstalling the circular cover with the fan, make sure the rubber gasket is fully seated. First, secure the electrical connection to the fan, which can be a bit tricky still, and then install the cover the same orientation it was before you took it out. On my cover, this line connects to the outer triangle and none of the others, so I know this one goes inward, like that. And because the threads on these are in plastic, it's important to start them by hand first. None of these bolts require a lot of force because it's the gaskets that's sealing, so don't use too much force, and also make sure to tighten them a little bit one by one. Regarding this drain port, I've cleaned it, I've reinstalled the blue particle filter that you hopefully can see in the middle there, and I've managed to manipulate this out of flange enough that I think it will fit the corresponding part of the headlight just fine. I really don't know how to film this while I'm doing it, but this is how it's supposed to look when they're finished. To repair the tab I broke on the trim, I've taken one of these plastic welding staples. Starts out like this. And I'm bending it to fit the shape of the tab, which will be like this. And now I just gotta make sure it fits both ends into the welder, and then we'll weld. Okay, here goes. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna bend this tab outwards because that's the way I want it to have strength. And let's see. Ha! Fantastic. Well, that definitely was the quick and easy way of drying the headlight. But my car is a couple of months out of warranty, and left like this for a long time, I guess the electronics would go bad. So it had to be done. I'm happy with the result, but I hope I don't have to do this too often. Initially, I thought that the little rubber ventilation port was where water had gotten in. But the fact that there are no traces of the water droplets after they've dried, like you often see when dirty water dries, leaves me to think that this was not water entering through that port, but rather humidity in the ambient air condensating. It was a lot, so I'm not super convinced, but at least that's the theory for now. The wheel well liner covers the port really well, and I don't think it's possible to actually spray water into the headlight. However, I haven't removed the headlight completely at this point, and hopefully I won't have to either. But there are a lot of other openings and connections on the headlight, and if any of you watching have investigated this and found the cause, or even better, the solution, please leave a comment, because I think a lot of BMW owners struggle with this condensation issue now in winter time. Thank you so much for watching to the end of this video. I really enjoyed investigating this, and hopefully you did too. Good luck with your BMW headlights, and have a nice day. Goodbye.